So good afternoon, students. I think everyone able to hear me.
Yes, sir.
So in this class, we are going to discuss the last topic in Unit 3, that is about JavaScript objects. Okay, we are going to discuss the last topic, that is JavaScript objects. So what are objects and what do they contain? So objects contains, as we know in the previous programming languages, as well as I discussed some of the important features of hooks. Among them, one of the feature is encapsulation. So object is a combination of data and what we are supposed to do along with its behaviors. Behaviors are nothing but methods. Behaviors are also denoted as methods. Now coming to the data are nothing but variables where data can be stored. Okay, so objects are nothing but combinations of data and behaviors, nothing but variables along with their methods. Through methods, we can access variables. Okay, so according to JavaScript, the objects can be done in such a way that objects can be defined in such a way that they are used in the form of elements which are used, and most of the HTML elements will be accessed using in the name of objects. Okay, so the important feature about JavaScript dealing with objects, so let me demonstrate two of the objects which have been used already. So one of the objects is document object and the second one is window object. So these are the two objects which have been used something like this. So document dot write ln, which has been used for writing the contents onto the web browser. So we used a document object with a method called as write or write ln. So coming to this window object, so it has been used, that is something like this: window dot alert or window dot prompt. So these are the two objects which we discussed basically in the programming before. So document.write and document.writeln. So here document is the object. In the second section, that is a window, is the object. So among document, there are certain methods to use it. So one of the method is write-ln. And coming to the window, window.alert, window.prompt. So what we are saying here, window.alert is one kind of a method which is used to alert users of using certain features. Okay. And also the second case or second variety of window object is prompt method. So what do you mean by this? So whenever we are trying to access any object according to JavaScript, we are using some methods in it. So objects will contain some methods of it. So all those methods will be accessed with the object name. Okay, with the object name. So with the object name dot method name. So what we are doing here, object name dot method name, which we are going to use. So for every object, we will be using this kind of a signature in any kind of a programming language. If it is a C or C++ or Java, once object has been created, we will be accessing the methods or variables of a particular classes. Now here in JavaScript, only objects will be accessed. Okay, only objects will be there. And we also said in the previous classes that JavaScript is an object-oriented language. Okay, object-oriented, or we can say that it is not totally oriented, it is an object-based language. Similarly, JavaScript not only object-based language, but also structure-oriented programming language also, because it supports some of the structures, like structure-related topics like, or module-based programming like functions. Okay, so this is about the introduction to JavaScript objects. So what we are going to see as part of this JavaScript objects. So which objects we are going to discuss in this JavaScript last topic. So the last topic under JavaScript objects, we will be discussing only 4 objects. The first one is, one second. First one is math object. Second one is second one is as part of what is that? String. The third one is Boolean, and fourth one is number. So these are all nothing but JavaScript objects. Okay, these are all JavaScript objects which we are going to see. So you observe the names of the objects which we are going to discuss. First one is math, second one is string, third one is Boolean, and the fourth one is number. So by the name we can estimate, or we can come to conclusion that if we are dealing with the math object, so we will be processing all the mathematical related functions or methods inside it. Okay, whatever methods which are available as part of the math object, we will be processing on the HTML elements. Okay, so this is not an easy programming when we come across object. So until now, what we discussed is the conventional programming. That is, they are the basic dynamic features which are available. But coming to the objects, we are adding some more advanced features to the JavaScript by using objects and their methods, which will be applied on the HTML tags or HTML elements. Okay, so let us see what are those. Let me share one more screen. Okay. So coming to this one. Let it open. Yeah, it open. So observe here, according to the math object, what does it give us? What we can do with the math object? Okay, it contains some methods which will enable you to perform common mathematical calculations. Okay, obviously it will have some kind of a square root function, power function, ceiling, the rounding off. Okay, there are some methods which are basically given inside this object that can be applied on HTML elements. Now the second point says that if you want to access any method which is part of the object, so what we have to do, we have to write the object name first, followed by a dot operator, and followed by the name of the method which is going to be applied. Okay. So let us see what exactly this so let us see some of the methods which have been given inside it. So you observe here, there is one method which is called as ABS. Okay, ABS. So ABS is one kind of a function which is accepting one value that is called as X. And what is the description of it? Description of this method, it is saying that it will be giving the absolute value without any kind of a signatures beside it. Either it may be positive, negative, or zeros. So you observe here, this is a positive number, this is a 0, and this is 5.6, but it is negative 5.6. So it will give the digits. What are the, it will be ignoring the negative signs, it will not display, or it will not do that one. So what happens here is, in the second function or second method, it is giving us, or it is taking one value that is X as a parameter. And what happens here is the smallest integer not less than X. Okay, it will be sealing, that is 9.2 is 10, and whenever you are sealing 9.8, it is sealing to minus 9.0. So you observe here, if it is positive number, what it is taking, it is a higher value above 9, it is taking as a ceiling value. Whenever it comes to the negative value 9.8, it is taking a ceiling value below that one. It is also higher value because minus 9.8 is lesser than minus 9.0. So in terms of negative, this is a higher value. So these are some of the trigonometric or some kind of a cos theta formulas. These are expressions or exponential forms which we can be used. And there is one kind of a floor method. It will be rounding off to the largest integer number greater than x, which has been given. Next, max x comma y. This is a method which is used to find out the maximum of two numbers. Okay, x and y will be used where x value is 2.3, 12.7. So max value is 12.7. So this is a default method which is available as part of math object, so that we can use directly by supplying the values into it. Okay, let me share one more PPT screen. So in this, some more methods which are a part of the math object, that is minimum. Just now we have seen something like max of xy. Now it is minimum of xy. Next, power of xy, that is x raised to the power, that is y. 2 comma 7, that is 2 to the power of 7 is 128. Okay, that is what defined here. And round of x, closest integer, rounding off to the closest integer, that is 9.75 is 10, and 9.25. If it is more than 9.5, then it will be 10. If it is less than 9.5, it will be rounded off to the before number, that is 9. This is the sin x value. Then square root of x, tan x, these are the sin x, and these are completely trigonometric. Okay, this is sin x as well as tan x. These are trigonometric values. Okay, so let me show you some more methods into it. So these are some of the properties which can be used, or we can say these are some of the constant values which have been defined inside the math object. So like pi value, that is, in some of the calculations we will be using a pi value. Similarly, according to the math object, there are some constant values have been defined. Okay, so you observe here there is some kind of a math.pi. It is nothing but 3.14 something values. So these are the default values or constant values which can be used. That is math e, it is nothing but natural logarithm of e, and the value is approximately 2.718. So these are the some of the constant values which are available. So coming to the next. So these are some of the methods and constants which are available as part of the math object. Now coming to the second one, that is string. So what exactly string is dealing about? Okay. So what we can say here is, if you write any program, it is a collection of characters, yes or no? Group of characters makes you certain program. If you are writing C program, it needs some kind of characters. Based on characters only, the strings will be formed. So that are the, according to the first point which is mentioned here, characters are the building blocks of JavaScript programs. Obviously, not only JavaScript, any other program also. Every program is composed of a sequence of characters grouped together meaningfully, that is interpreted by a computer as a series of instructions which is used for accomplishing a task. Obviously, that is, every program contains group of characters and they are called as statements or instructions as part of computer. So what every instructions will be used to execute. Okay, every instruction has been given to the computer so that it can execute a task. And a string is a series of characters treated as a single unit. So obviously we are saying that if it is a name, if it's a word, we can say that a word is a group of characters. So series of characters are nothing but a single string. A string may include letters, digits, various special characters such as like plus, minus, star, slash, and dollar symbols. And JavaScript also supports Unicode. Is one kind of a coding technology where it is a coding scheme where certain part of the programming language is understands only this type of a language, which are denoted in the Unicode, which represents a large portion of the world's language. And also there are some kind of a string literals are there. They are keywords, and constants are also there, which have been written in the sequence of characters in doubles or single quotation marks. So literals are nothing but single characters which are denoted under single tags. That is, if it is something like this or if it is something like this. Okay, under single characters it is called as a string literal, and it is called as string under double quotation, that is constants are also there. Okay, so coming to the next one. So let us see some of the methods which are part of the strings. So these are some of the methods which have been used as part of the string, that is character. So what is this? It is intending to select at a particular location by using an index number. So that is what happens with this method. So caret index, it returns a string containing the character at a specified index. It returns a string. It means it is displaying the character where a particular index has been given as an input for this method. So if there is no character at particular index, it returns an empty string and it will be 0 at the located. So char code at, you observe here this method, it returns a Unicode, the value of the character specified in the index, that is, or not a number if there is no character at that particular index. So if it is not returning the Unicode, so what happens? It will return NaN because it is not a number. It will define something like it is not part of a number. Now next one is string concat. Okay, concatenation is possible in strings as part of JavaScript. Concatenation also done. So concatenation is nothing but clubbing two words. Okay, by using a plus operator. So this is what happens with this. And one more method, that is index of. Index of what? Index of what means index of particular string, part of the string. So we will find the index or the position of the particular occurrence of a string, substring starting from that position. So that will be happening as part of the substring and followed by index number. Okay. So coming to the next slide, that is which some more methods we have been discussing about them. That is the last index of supplied with some substrings and index number will be there, and replace. So which string to be replaced, that will be there, and replacing string will be there. So replace method will replace this string with this string. Okay, and the slice is nothing but we are giving some starting index where we can use or we can cut a particular string. Let us say that here it has been returning a string containing the portion of the string with the starting index and index address and the ending index address. So if you provide the following details like starting address, starting index number and a ending index number, between that the string will be given. Okay. So this is about some methods which are part of strings. Now coming to the next one. Okay. So splitting the strings and finding out the substrings. Splitting the string, finding the substring. Substring is nothing but within the strings. Returns the string that containing the length of characters starting from the index, and it is the source of the strings. The length is not specified. The string containing the characters from the starting to the end. The source string is returned. Okay, next substring. We are specifically using the starting and ending, but here what happens here is the difference between these two is it will be getting the length. Based on the length we are trying to find out, but if the length is not provided, whole string will be displayed. Here compulsory you have to provide the starting and ending of the string from which we can display. And next one is two lowercase, two uppercase. You know the functionalities of them. Coming to the next part. So these are definitions of different methods which have been used, returning characters. Just note in the description, whatever description has been given as part of them, it has been mentioned here. So coming to the next one is, yeah, let me show you one. Okay. So this is one kind of a program which is demonstrating character to from char code to lowercase. So all of them has been mentioned here. See, once the theory part is finished, I will send you all the programs. Don't worry about that. Let me discuss important one. That is Boolean, I think. Yeah, Boolean and number objects. The last. So these are the two objects. We can also call them as wrappers. Do you come across anything concept like wrapper classes or wrapper objects in Java? In Java, we have wrapper classes. That is, we are converting the basic data types into objects. So here, the functionality of these two things are also the same. That is, but basic purpose will not be lost. Okay. When a Boolean value is required in JavaScript program, it automatically creates a Boolean object to store the values. So how to create a Boolean object? We can create Boolean object by using, that is, where b equals to new Boolean of the Boolean value. Either it may be true or false. That is true or false. Okay. So the specifies whether Boolean object should contain true or false. So if Boolean value is false, 0, comma, null, comma, number, or any, or the empty string, or if no argument is supplied, the new Boolean object contains false itself. So if you are supplying with these values, the value will be taken in the objects. But if you are not supplying among any one of these values, then it will be by defaultly a false value will be stored in the Boolean object. Okay. So otherwise the new Bool object contains true. If it is not false, then it will be true. Okay. Either one of the values will be compulsory there in it. Okay. Coming to yeah, coming to the next one, that is a number. See, whenever you come across Boolean and number, they are used interchangeably. That is, whenever JavaScript creates a number, it will be creating automatically to store numeric values in the script. So you observe here, to create number object, we are using something signature like this. Okay, numeric value is the number to store in the object, any numeric value. Although you explicitly create a number object, normally they are created when they needed a Java interpreter. Okay. Coming to the last slide. So what are all the methods which we have in the number? So in the number, what we are trying to do is, so it returns a string representation of a number. So what happens is, if number is represented into a string, so value of a particular, to know the value, we will be using numeric value. So if we want to see the find any maximum value or the largest value, max value will be used. If you want to know the minimum value of a particular stored in objects or in any program, then number.min value will be used. So if you want to set any value, that is, it is not a number, a value returned from a mathematical expression, it does not result in any number. Okay. So it means that if you are not returning any kind of a number, then it will be not a number. So negative infinity and positive infinity. So value less than a number will give us a maximum value. Value greater than the number will give a maximum value. Negative number. Okay. So this is for the negative infinity and the positive infinity. Okay. It is a positive number. This is a negative number. Okay. These are all about different objects which are used in JavaScripts. Okay. Okay, we will meet in the next class, and we are supposed to start 4th unit in the next class. Okay, in the next class we are going to see the 4th unit. This will be dealing with the VB script. Okay, VB script we are going to discuss. So whatever features are there, among JavaScripts, you go through them. Okay. I will start fourth unit in the next class, that is regarding VB script. Okay. And what are the web servers which we'll be going to access? I will demonstrate them. So this is all for today. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir.